everything we know about Jerry Reinsdorf is he's very loyal to the people that he works with, almost to a fault. And this documentary made me realize that Jerry Reinsdorf is pound for pound one of the worst owners in sports history. And he gets a pass routinely because guys like James Dolan are out there. The Wilpons are out there. There are so many other folks out there that have had less success, that haven't had Michael Jordan to save their asses. But the reason I say that is the way that he handled the Scottie Pippen situation. You're telling me that in a business, in professional sports, a guy goes on a 7-year, $18 million contract for you, plays 6 years without complaining, and you're not going to meet with him and pay him for an extension, even though he's proven to be one of the best players in the NBA until his contract is out? Are you freaking kidding me? That's number one. The second thing is, I go back to an interview done on the Dan Le Batard show. David Sampson, who's since been excommunicated from baseball, has gone on the airwaves and a lot of cities and kind of unleashes the things that he learned when he was coming up in baseball and learning the business of it. And he recalls an interview. He recalls a conversation that he had with Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner of the Chicago White Sox at the time when David Sampson was 32 years old. And he says that Reinsdorf came to him and he says, "Hey, you want to learn how to come up in this business? Always have a second place team," he said, "because your fans will say, 'Wow, we've got a shot. We're in it.' But there's always the carrot left. There's always one more step to take." If that's not bad enough, let's just go back to the situation with Phil Jackson and the Bulls and him being replaced by Tim Floyd of Iowa State. See, if that were an isolated incident, you know what? I'd blame it on Jerry Krause, right? In 1997, Phil Jackson, winning coach, come up coach from Iowa State is there, and they want to rebuild. They want to bring in the younger coach. That's Jerry Krause's idea, right? But it's almost like that happened exactly the same way almost a decade later. More than a decade, 2 decades later. In 2015, with Jerry Reinsdorf as the owner, Jerry Krause not as the general manager, it was John Paxson and Gar Forman. Didn't the Chicago Bulls push out another successful coach and Tom Thibodeau to replace him with a coach from Iowa State and Fred Hoiberg? Was it Jerry Krause's fault then? You see what I'm getting at here? The Chicago Bulls are the laughingstock of the NBA, or one of them. And they should send Christmas cards to James Dolan and the New York Knicks for outshining them in this regard. But to me, it is painfully clear that the problems with the Bulls are because of Jerry Reinsdorf.